Most people think business intelligence systems are just dashboards and charts. That's too shallow. A business intelligence system, or BI system, is an information system that collects business data, organizes it, analyzes it, and turns it into useful insights for decision-making. In simple words, BI helps a business understand what is really happening, not by guessing, but by looking at evidence. Think about a restaurant. Every day, the business creates data. Orders, payments, refunds, delivery times, customer feedback, staff shifts, stock usage, discounts and sales. But if this data stays hidden inside the POS system, payment system, inventory system, or Excel files, it does not help much. A BI system brings that data together and turns it into clear information. It can show which item sold the most, which branch made more profit, which hour was busiest, which product has low margin, which offer worked, and which customer segment is returning again and again. That is the real power of business intelligence. It turns scattered data into business visibility. In information systems, BI usually sits above systems like CRM, ERP, POS, supply chain systems, and databases. These systems create and store the data. BI takes that data and converts it into reports, dashboards, KPIs, trends, and insights. So a database stores information, but BI helps explain what that information means. For example, a database may store 10,000 sales records, but a BI system can show that sales are rising on weekends. One branch is underperforming, delivery orders are more profitable than dine-in, or one product looks popular but actually has very low profit margin. That is the difference. Data tells you what happened. Business intelligence helps you understand why it matters. One name often connected with modern business intelligence is Howard Dresner, who popularized the term business intelligence in the business software world. But the idea itself is older. Businesses have always wanted better reports, better analysis, and better visibility. Modern BI simply made this faster, more visual, and more connected. BI systems are used everywhere. In retail, BI shows product sales, stock movement, customer behavior, and store performance. In banking, BI helps track loan performance, fraud patterns, customer activity, and financial risk. In hospitals, BI can show patient flow, appointment delays, bed usage, medicine consumption, and department performance. In e-commerce, BI tracks traffic conversion rates, abandoned carts, repeat customers, delivery time, and product performance. In HR, BI can show attendance, turnover, hiring performance, payroll trends, and employee productivity. But here's the catch. A BI dashboard can look beautiful and still be useless. Why? Because if the data behind it is wrong, delayed, incomplete, or badly connected, the dashboard becomes decoration. Worse, it can mislead managers into making confident but wrong decisions. That is dangerous. If a dashboard says sales are increasing but ignores rising costs, the business may think it is doing well while profit is actually falling. If a report shows one employee is underperforming but does not consider shift timing, workload, customer volume, or system errors, the conclusion may be unfair. If customer data is duplicated, BI may overestimate customer growth. So BI is not just about visuals. It depends on data quality, correct metrics, proper context, and honest interpretation. This is where many businesses fail. They collect data but do not clean it. They create dashboards but do not define KPIs properly. They track numbers but do not understand the story behind them. They confuse activity with performance. They confuse revenue with profit. They confuse growth with sustainability. That is the brutal truth. Business intelligence does not automatically make a business intelligent. It only gives visibility. The intelligence comes from how people interpret and act on that visibility. Today, BI systems are becoming even more powerful because of cloud computing, real-time analytics, and AI. Modern BI tools can refresh dashboards automatically, connect multiple data sources, detect unusual patterns, forecast trends, and even allow managers to ask questions in natural language. Instead of waiting for a weekly report, a manager can now see live performance. Instead of asking an analyst to prepare every chart manually, AI-powered BI can help generate summaries, explain trends, and highlight risks. But again, AI does not remove the need for thinking. A system may show a pattern, but humans still need to ask, is this data reliable? What context is missing? What decisions should we take? What risk are we ignoring? Are we measuring the right thing? That is how serious businesses use BI. Not as decoration, not as fancy charts, but as a decision-making layer inside the information system. At the Learning Studio, the goal is simple: to understand business intelligence systems as the eyes of modern business. Because once a business can clearly see its data, it stops operating blindly and starts making decisions based on reality, not assumptions.